How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, as you can tell by the way that I'm dressed right now, I just got done doing some hunting here up in northern Minnesota. However, this video is not about hunting, but rather the gear that I am using right now. I thought I'd make a quick little video about the gear that I personally think every upland hunter should have in their vest, whether they're hunting in the forest or the field. I think that these are all some useful tools that every hunter should have in their vest, just in case. However, as you can tell, it's pretty dang cold out here. It's windy, it's snowy, it's crappy. So I think I'm gonna head inside that van right there where the heater's cooking and it's nice and warm and finish this video out. Let's get to it. Now, I'd like to do this video outside, but the wind has picked up, it's cold and crappy, and frankly, it's much nicer in here and much warmer. Also, there's no wind, so the audio quality should be a whole lot better. So the amount of stuff that I think every upland hunter should have in their vest isn't a whole bunch of stuff that you're gonna have to fill your whole vest up with. It's just some basic things, just in case. You may never have to use them, but it's always better to have something and not need it than to need something and not have it, in my opinion. So first off, I just want to show you my vest, what I'm working with. I don't have a super fancy vest or anything. I just have a pouch in the back, two small pouches in the front. So I don't have a lot of space in my vest to carry a bunch of extra things. I usually use this pouch for shells and this pouch for other items. So first off, what I have in here is just a little kit that I made of safety equipment for myself and the dog. This pack doesn't have anything super fancy in it, and you could probably make this with anything you have lying around the house. The first thing I want to list in here is actually just a normal pair of socks. This is an old pair of socks, and the reason I bring them is not for myself, but rather for my dog. Your dog is running through the forest and the fields much faster than you are and is stepping through a lot more crap than you are. You have protective boots on. So what I like to do is I like to bring an extra pair of socks just in case their foot gets injured. You can always put a sock over that foot to give it a little bit of added protection while you're walking out of the woods or field. Now, to kind of go along with the sock thing, another good thing to have is this fabric medical tape. I got a 2-pack of it at Walmart for I think around like $2.50, $3. It's not expensive. You can get it kind of anywhere, and it's really versatile. I mean, you can use it for a lot of different things. You can, if you get cut, you can wrap yourself up in it. You can fix stuff with it. You can wrap your dog up in it if he gets injured. It's just a good thing to have around. I always have this with me whenever I go hunting. The next thing is this type of bandage tape. This is another thing that I like to bring around. So what I'd usually do if my dog's foot gets injured, I put the sock over it, wrap a little bit of this on it, and then wrap some of this on it to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere. Again, this is just another good thing to have for yourself too if you were to get injured and you needed this type of bandage. It's always a good idea to have a little bit of medical supplies when you're out in the field. And speaking of medical supplies, I always carry a little bit of acetaminophen with me, just a couple of pills. This is mainly just a personal choice. I get headaches frequently, especially when I'm out hunting, so I always have acetaminophen or some type of pain reliever with me, just in case I get a headache while I'm out on the trail. The next thing is strictly for human emergencies, and that's this white gold right here. This is just some simple toilet paper. Toilet paper can go a long ways. It can be used for multiple things, mainly just for wiping your rear end. If you have an emergency out in the woods, it's nice to have a little bit of TP with you. You can use leaves and stuff you find in the woods, but why not just have a little bit of toilet paper with you? It makes things so much nicer for those emergencies when you're out hunting. Again, this is an optional thing. I always carry one with me because you never know. I always carry a little lighter. When you're out hunting, especially in a place like where I am right now where there's not a lot of people, I mean, things can happen to you. You can get hurt and you can get stuck in a place for a while. If you're way up north like I am, sometimes you don't have cell service and you have to really fend for yourself. So having a lighter is a good thing to have. It can provide light if you're out there past dark, if your phone is dead. It's just a good thing to have in your pack, and it doesn't take up very much space, and you can buy these for like $1 or $2. They're cheap. I'm sure you have a bunch of these laying around your house. Everyone does. The next and last thing that I have in that little kit is a emergency safety whistle. Now, this thing is kind of like a multi-tool. You have a whistle, you have a compass on the top, and when you unscrew the compass top, you have a signal mirror. And inside there is a waterproof area where you can put some waterproof matches. Now, another thing that is on this whistle is if you look at it closely right there, you can see that there's a little strip of magnesium. And that obviously, as you know, helps start fires. I think it's a good thing to have. The next thing I have in my vest is this guy right here. This is for if you have a hunting dog. This is how to get them out of a trap. It is just 2 zip ties in a bag, and it gives you the instructions, as you can see there, on how to get your dog out of a trap. And you can actually get these from the Minnesota Trapping Society for free. I don't know if it's only free to Minnesota residents if you live within Minnesota, I'm not exactly sure, but you can order up to 2 of these per person for free. They will ship them out to you. I think it took about a week for me to get 2 of these, and this is something that I always have in my vest because I care about my dog, and if he got stuck in a trap, I'd want to be able to get him out. So this is a great thing to have in your vest, and it is completely free. I'll leave a link down to the Minnesota Trappers Association below, and you can get one of these for yourself if you wish to do so. Now, one other thing I think every upland hunter should have on their person or in their vest is a knife or a multi-tool. Preferably a multi-tool because of the obvious reason is that you have multiple tools. This is the Leatherman Signal, and I'll have a link down in the description below if you want to pick one of these knives up for yourself. All right, the next thing that I always have with me, no matter what, even if it's just a short little hunt, actually just leave it in my back pouch, is actually just a bottle of water. And as you can see, it's covered in feathers because it sits in my back pouch. But I always have a fresh bottle of water with me, not just for me if I got really thirsty, but for the dog. It doesn't take that much space in your bag, and it's not that heavy. All right, there is one final thing that I think that every upland hunter should have in their vest, and that is the game that they're hunting for. Remember to be safe out there, have fun, and enjoy the forest or fields or wherever you like to hunt. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.